Hello, dear friends. If we didn't talk for 1,000 years, you would know I'm right next to you. Sometimes I'm writing. Sometimes I'm moving your pen. I'm always whispering in your ear. Archangel Michael. Opinion piece. Matrix failure. New reality. Timeline shift. Expiration date. Days are numbered. Things are not normal. Attempts at obstruction. Unexplained phenomena. Crystalline consciousness. Disruption of the status quo. Nothing will ever be the same. Let's start. Interruptions in the matrix will continue until the 3D illusion has dissolved, according to Keshe. The interruption of the daily routines we are accustomed to will continue and will become more frequent as the energy of the consciousness shift intensifies and all the structures crumble. The system cannot be saved because it was designed with an expiration date and was always meant to be a temporary experience. The truth is that things will never be the same in this world. No leader is going to stop the status quo from disintegrating. I do not mean to instill fear. This is the simple, straightforward truth. You can choose to accept it and find inner peace. You can choose to reject it and remain in denial. However, only for a little while longer, because everything is about to witness the shift in the physical and realize that humankind was always meant to return to the divine realms. Dreams are coming to an end, or perhaps I should say nightmares. The nightmare of working 40 hours a week for 40 years to receive only 40% of what you have earned when you retire. As normal as it may seem, it is not. As infinite beings, as eternal souls of the universe, you exist to be free. You exist to explore the universe. You exist to evolve without the limiting structures created by man. The 3D matrix is in a downward spiral into non-existence. The higher light entering the world at this time is deconstructing it. What is this 3D matrix? In simple terms, it's all the unnatural things that have caused nothing but harm, chaos and suffering to the world as a whole. Humans, nature and Mother Earth herself have suffered for millennia. This ends now. You are in the final days of illusion, as higher light, love, peace and joy become the new reality. If you are reading this message, you are an activator of higher timelines. This is your time to awaken. You have within you the power not only to heal and uplift yourself. The light of your soul is healing and uplifting the entire world. Rise up, for you are divine essence, divine love, light in physical embodiment. You are the leaders of the new world. They are bringing crystalline consciousness to earth. Obstructions. Steve Biko expects corrupt organizations to obstruct Donald Trump every step of the way, but Trump seems capable of taking it on. He was proven that he is able to handle himself while also playing his role well with royalty and popes. Secondly, he has the backing of the coalition and the galactics. As Salusa said, the wicked can only go so far as your karma is consent before we stop them in their tracks. It is easy enough for us with our advanced technology, and not a drop of blood would be shed. You will not have to endure the activities of the wicked for much longer, as their days are numbered. It is the divine will and the verdict of the highest universal councils that the darkness will leave Earth. This is happening gradually as the energies of love and light rise on the planet, culminating first in the Ring of Fire, a temporary opening of the planetary heart, and then in Ascension, a full and permanent opening of the planetary heart. According to Archangel Michael, many are living and choosing alternative realities. The reality of pain and suffering, lack and limitation does not belong to the new Earth or the 12-dimensional creation. There is no place for it, so they have to leave or be relocated, but most of them pass away. With the rising energy, the wicked are besieged, and their will to resist is being shaped. They are in no mood for anything but seeking safety and relief, and they have much to hide. So there will be attempts of obstruction, but people will feel the resurgence of hope as the divine plan manifests. We are heading into mindering times, but we have a responsibility to do our part to return Earth to its original state. Ascending energies are one of imponderable factor. Divine will, which has drawn millions of galactic ships to Earth to assist in a coordinated manner, is another imponderable. Matthew said, "The universal councils that set the standards for interactions between civilizations hold that the reign of darkness on this planet has ended once and for all, and that the vast amount of help being offered doesn't include actions that are within the capabilities of citizens. It is the responsibility of the people to take legal action to prosecute proven wrongdoers, and that is what we are doing." Interesting, or curious. The year 2025 has begun with incredible events: UFO sightings, fires in California, mysterious chemical fogs, and unexplained phenomena. The full moon in Cancer encourages emotional healing and self-care. This is the perfect time to reflect, release, and realign. Let the moon's gentle, protective light guide you toward a deeper sense of peace and purpose. Mel Gibson says the Pope and the Vatican are surrounded by child molesters. He believes the Roman Church is now a false institution running a different religion. Procrastination is a time thief. It steals your goals, your relationships, and your fulfillment. Andrew Haberman reveals a science-based protocol for beating procrastination. The god of Cliff High is called consciousness. In fact, consciousness is the creator of the universe. So much so that the universe only exists to the extent that consciousness wills it to exist, about 22 trillion times per second according to Cliff. When Nikola Tesla died, the only person allowed to access his safe, which contained all of his secret inventions, was John Trump, a brilliant scientist and uncle of Donald Trump, who said, "There's nothing to see here," in quotes, as the government quietly backed up Tesla's life's work. When the Italians were defeated in Ethiopia, they said, "We were not defeated by the Ethiopians, but by the white man on horseback." And the Ethiopians know exactly who they were talking about. St. George. Ethiopia is home to one of the oldest civilizations in the world and is the only country in Africa that was not colonized, and because of that, its lineage goes back to Ham, one of Noah's sons. USA. Leaders of industrial nations have made a pilgrimage to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President Trump. They all seem to have pledged allegiance to Trump's next dictates, according to Patrick McShea. Russia has taken control of Ukraine's largest lithium deposit, a resource potentially worth hundreds of billions of dollars. This strategic move comes after Ukraine cut off Russian gas. BBC Radio 4's Barrett finds toxic chemicals in soil, food and human blood. The US has more fancy apartments that it can fill. Half of the US is burning in flames. The other half is frozen in ice. California wildfires are aligned with high-speed rail system, according to Jessinger. Mel Gibson claims Los Angeles wildfires are an inside job, in quotes. Arctic people warned of pole shift and easterly wind that caused California fire apocalypse, according to Sorjafal. Weird thing in Los Angeles. How is it possible that concrete burns better than wood, bark and even tree leaves? According to Alex Jones, arsonists set multiple fires that caused a massive inferno in Los Angeles, while state and federal Democrats blocked fire mitigation earlier, ensuring the success of his firestorm. Coach Jerry is well qualified to comment on the Los Angeles fires because he lives in Southern California. Things are not normal. For example, major fire insurance company cancelled homeowners' policies in the months leading up to the firestorm. Also, the huge water reservoirs that supply the Pacific Palisades area are dry. Asia. China's economic crisis has been kept secret by communist bosses. Government, household and corporate debt in China is approaching 300% of its annual GDP. In addition, foreign phone sales are down 47% in China by 2024. There are 80 million vacant homes in China, which is half of the total housing stock in the US. China's growing interest in lithium is its means of economic opposition to the US. US lawmakers call for cutting ties between clinical trials and Chinese military power. Chinese hardliners need to wage a war to save their assets because they are in serious trouble, according to Benjamin Fulford. They are also trying harder to use a health crisis to force the Chinese to obey. The Chinese military is also conducting large-scale military exercises designed to blockade the island of Okinawa, where US forces are located. A battle for control of Korea is also underway. Last week, the US military intervened to prevent 2,700 Korean police officers from arresting ousted President Yoon Suk Yeol. Syria's collapse is part of a plan to destabilize the borders between Russia, India and China. Ethiopia's colossal dam could dry up the Nile, the longest river in the world. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.